Hi, this is Dorothy Kelty from Accordion and Atlas Creations, and this is going to be part of the hashtag ABC April 2026 challenge from Margaret at 7 Plaza Creations, and she's doing it with Tony, and I'll have both of their links to both of their channels below. But you can find all the things using the hashtag ABC April 2026. Okay, and so today is A, and I'm kind of following along with Margaret, and I'm going to make an accordion pockets out of atlas pages, and this is an atlas that goes back to 1976, so it's very different than most of the atlases that I've seen. And I'm going to take these pieces off the bottom. I hope I just folded that straight, but I just pulled out some random pages out of the atlas. I really like this atlas because it is different, and it has all this these cool little bitty maps and stuff on it. So they are really good, if nothing else, for clusters. So I am making my accordion differently than Margaret made hers. Okay, I'm going to make it the way I usually make it. Imagine that. So what I'm doing is I have these pages now, and I'm going to fold them into thirds. They do not have to be centered. It doesn't even really have to be straight, although I am going to try and get it straight. And the first thing you do is fold these 3 pages that I have into thirds. Okay? So let's take this one. Now, actually, I want them to be the same width. So let's go ahead and use that as a pattern. And then put that like that. Okay, and then this one, same way. I want them to be the same width. So we'll fold this one over this way. And this one then will be folded right here. Okay, now when you glue these, what you're going to do to make sure that it stays flat and everything after it's put together is you're going to put glue on this outside edge of this and then on this outside edge of this. Okay, and actually that's curling a little bit, so I'm going to put it on top so I have a little bit more control over it. Okay, so here we're going to take glue along the top at this edge. And you don't want to get too carried away with the glue, or it'll go into the pocket and change it. And then we're going to put it on the inside along this edge. I am doing this one a little bit sloppier because it's going to be wrapping over, so it doesn't matter. I do like this edge though. So if some of the torn edge shows, I'm good with that, okay? Once again here we have a torn edge. This time we really have a torn edge. I'm going to put a little piece of washi tape on that just to hold it together while I glue everything. Okay. I just grabbed a washi tape off of a jar I have on my desk. Because it's going to be on the inside anyway. Okay. So this is going to go like this. It doesn't matter if they're overlapping in exactly the same place or anything, because this is where we're going to put the kind of the accordion together, and so it's not really going to show, okay? And I don't need to have all the edges line up perfectly or anything, just because I'm not picky. Okay, so here we go. Okay, there's two. And now we're going to glue the third one. Okay, same thing. This one is curled a little bit and is torn a little bit, so we'll put that one on the outside. See, this side is going to overlap, you know, an inch or so on this other one. So I'm going to put a little bit on top and bottom. Okay, now we put these together. Okay, now if I did this right, these are all the same width. Pretty much close enough. Okay, so now what we're gonna do is fold these up like this. Now, you want to be a little bit aware of which side the writing is going up. It's not critical, because they're going to be kind of hidden inside, but you know. Okay, I'm gonna take, I'm not, because it's not there. Must be somewhere on this messy desk of mine. Okay, the way you make these accordion, well, before we do that, let's take this. I'm gonna make this, hopefully, a matchbook style, if this is gonna cover it. Yes, barely, but it'll work. But to reinforce it, I'm gonna fold this in half and glue these two pieces together. This is a little bit heavy paper, single-sided, as you can see, but it's not real heavy. And I do want it to be heavier. I'm gonna use my glue stick for this. I may trim the width of it down a little bit, so I want to make sure I have glue all over these edges, so that if I do trim it, okay? So now let's just see how wide this is. Yeah, so I think I want to take just a bit off of this, not too awful much. Let's see, if I take it off this side and have like a 1/4 inch on each side, so that's gonna be just about right. See if I can do this without completely ruining my table. Okay, hold this down and then just run this. I try and run it a little bit slowly because it's pretty easy to get off the edge a little bit and end up with a crooked line. So there we go. Okay, I'll just trim the rest of that off. Okay. All right, now I'm going to get out my scoring board here. I want to make sure that this is going to cover it. This is going to be a matchbook style. So what I want is this, if I go here, come down an inch, 6, this is 5 1/4. So if I go there on the other side of the 6, 6 1/4, that should be good. So let me take my scorer here. Doesn't want to let go. Okay, so now I'm just going to do 6 1/4 here. Okay, and then I'm going to go over here. What do we have here? Okay, that's good. So 6 1/4 here. And I'm going to come up about 3/4 of an inch. Let's see if I did this right. Okay, so this is going to fold up here. This is going to fold down. And no, I did not do it right. Let's see what we have here. Okay, mad at myself for not figuring this out a little bit better. I'm just gonna take the edge off of here, the top edge as well. So we'll just do this. Okay, 1. So I just folded these up to the top, and now I'm just taking this edge off right here. 2, and this one. I must need to break that blade off and get a sharper blade. So we'll go, I'm going to go, no, we'll go this way. Okay, so what we can do here, let's see, this is too long, so I'll cut about a 1/2 inch off of here, just about a 1/2 inch. Or maybe I was just holding it wrong with that paper. Okay, so the accordion pockets are going to be coming out like this. And the way you make an accordion is you start out by putting glue in the center here, like put it together like that, and glue in the center here, and put it together like this. Okay, and then you're going to glue it here. This is different than I've done before, so I'm learning here along with you on this, okay? Here we go with this, okay? And then ordinarily this would pull out like this, so we're going to put a tiny bit of glue right here to hold it together, and then we're going to put 2 staples as close to the bottom here as we can, because that's going to be how this folds down and covers it up. So did I say that this is a matchbook style? Anyway, so let's see how close to the bottom we can get. see if this goes in. You can always trim it a little bit more if it doesn't. Okay, there we go. So now this, I'm not going to pull it out too much because I don't want, the glue needs to be, oh, I know what I didn't do. I didn't put the glue up the center of the pockets. So this is what, this has been folded up. And then we also need to put glue in the center where this fold comes together, because that makes those pockets also be accordion style. Let's see if I've got them all now. 1, 3, 4, whoops. Because this is torn. There we go. Okay, so by folding them in half, each one of those pages becomes 2 pockets, and then by stacking them up and gluing them together, we have 6 accordion pockets here. I'm gonna need to put something over that. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So things can go in each of these pockets, but now we need to decorate this. Now, to decorate it, I'm going to do a little bit of a collage on the front of it. So one of my favorite things to do, I have these, oh wait a minute, I have this pocket that I made out of a calendar. Nope, it's too large. Okay, so for the collage, I'm going to start with a piece of music paper, and I don't want this to be torn straight. I want it to be, you know, funny. Okay, and then let's put some book pages back here. I have these really fun book pages that have this border on it. So I think what I want to do, let's see, if I put this up here, let's tear it across here. Okay, I want to put this, let's open this up. Make sure that these are not sticking together yet. But this one is determined to stick together. Okay, let's just do this and this. Okay, now this is going to be the front, like, so if we put this here and add this here, okay, let's tear a piece of this off. So this, after this tucks into the tab that comes up on the bottom, this bottom border should still show around here. And then we're going to take this. I'm going to tear off this wonky edge. Here we go. Okay, and then where do we want this to go? Tear this off a little bit too. Here. Okay. Now, floral images here that I watercolor painted, so that might work. Or here's some stickers that might work. see what we've got here. See if I've got some that have actually already been cut out that I like. Let's see. There. Okay. What if I took this? This is a little different technique, but I use that as part of the background for it, like this. I may kind of like that. This is folded into a rosette. No, I think that's too different. Let's just stick with this, okay? So I'm going to, again, I'm going to take the glue stick to glue this down. Ooh, kind of fragile paper. This is an old book. Okay, there we go. So real quick and easy collage. This is not. Okay, we go there. Then we're going to start with this across the background. Now for this, I want to use the Fabri-Tac. I don't like to cut too close to a stem on things like this before I'm ready to use it, because I tend to tear them. But I'm going to go ahead and cut this out right now. Now, if I was paying attention, then I would have thought this before now, but I could have seen if I had some flowers that were A flowers, since this is our A day for ABC April, but this will be fine. So these leaves, I just drew them roughly with permanent marker pen or a fine point pen, and then used a white gel pen to add the white accents to it. It was done on green paper, so that's where the color came from. The first time I saw these and I started doing them, they were done on magazines, and that was, I don't remember who I saw doing it because it's been quite a long time, but that was really fun doing it with the magazines, and I'm about out of all the ones I made, so I probably should think about some more. Okay, I'm going to put this across here, put this one here, and this one here, I think. This one, I think, the way I've just trimmed around the edges, I think that's, wait a minute, is this? Wow. And I'm not going to cut the lines in between the stems on these flowers out. I think they're fine the way they are. So, okay, I do want to put something across the bottom of this to kind of pull it together. Let's just, ooh, did I not put glue on you? There we go. Okay, so let's get this out. Nope. I have these nice containers that I store all the different kinds of things in. This one is tickets, and let's see. Here's an art museum ticket. Now I do want to be aware. Let's take these out now. This glue should have dried. Make sure it'll still go into there. I think that'll be fine. I'm going to cut this ticket out. This is a digital. I might have gotten it from Line Dot Arrow. I'm not sure. She has all kinds of vintage cards and things, and I printed them all on cardstock because I thought they were so great for that. Let's see, I'm actually going to move it over here so this border shows a little more. Okay, so now I have my collage on the front. I have my accordion pocket that'll hold lots of stuff. Frankly, if you put too much stuff in here, it may not close nicely. And I think I'm going to try something. Okay, I haven't done this before either, so it's another experiment. But because when those pockets are full, this is going to be, it may pull up a little bit more. I'm just going to add another piece of kind of a locking mechanism on here. And I'm going to do it by putting this over here. It's glued. So now when I put the cover closed, I have a double thing. This is going to go over here, and this will fit on top to help lock it in place. Okay? I'm going to take so this is some more border off of a page. I'm going to glue that down here. Let's see, I want to tear this off. Just as a little extra trim there. Okay, I want this on the bottom, but not there. So there we go. I would not stuff those pockets too full just because I think that it would get overpowering for this. But I think that turned out cute little accordion pocket with Atlas pages and then trimmed with a fun collage. Thanks for the challenge. I think this is going to be a lot of fun. So Margaret at 7 Plaza, She apparently did this last year, but I didn't see it last year. But I'm gonna, and I don't think that I will go through all of them, but I'm definitely gonna do some of these this month. Okay, thank you, Dorothy Kelty with Raccoon Alley Creations, and as I said, the links for both Margaret at 7 Plaza and the other person who's doing them will be available below, and they're going to be alternating days. So Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, it's going to be Margaret, and Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday, it'll be Tony, and then you have Sunday to get caught up. She does ask that videos for each letter today's day only goes up on the day that that letter is going to be put up. So even if you took one day and you videoed all 26 letters, you want to make sure that they post on the days that they're supposed to. So join in. It's going to be fun.